Alex. Thanks for stopping by my office again. I hope you had a good week since we saw you last. How have you been doing?
Been doing good.
How is school and everything going with your family and just everything that you've been doing the last few days?
School life's good. My family's good.
That's good. Well, I'm glad you're able to stop by in my office again. Make it a weekly kind of occurrence. Hopefully we can continue to see each other for, a good amount of time. Learn some new skills and definitely have a good time and hopefully make everything you're going through a little bit easier. Do you have any questions or anything from last time? Because we met last time and talked about some concerns of yours with like your family and school life a little bit and how to maybe build up relationships with friends or family. Do you have any questions or any thoughts from last time since we've met?
I tried taking my brother out, and we were able to go get some ice cream and communicate more and talk about stuff. So thanks for the tips.
That's fun. Was it? Did it seem natural to hang out with them, or did it seem like awkward at first?
It seemed awkward.
Is he close in age to you?
No.
How many years difference is there?
9.
That's a big age gap.
Definitely.
Well, do you think with a big age gap and a big age difference, it's gonna make it challenging to have a good relationship, or do you think, we could figure things out and you can figure something out that might help bridge that gap a little bit?
It might be challenging to communicate with him, but it's still doable.
We'll try to think of some good ideas and maybe find some ways to help you and your brother get a little closer, because I know that can be challenging with such a big age gap. You guys might have such different interests and things like that, and different levels of maturity. But before we go on and continue on today, I just wanted to kind of go over some of the rules and basic info of our sessions and meetings before we really dive into everything else. Remember, if you ever have any questions or concerns, let me know. Feel free to ask. Don't get nervous or anything. I'll be open and honest with you, and you can be the same with me. Whatever we talk about, just kind of between me and you. Keep it confidential. So if you feel something is stressing you out or you're having a hard time, you can definitely talk to me or ask me questions or advice or anything like that. But I just want to make sure that you feel comfortable in the zone and everything is smooth and you're able to feel safe.
All right.
That sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Just last one thing, if you do ever mention anything, that you might be hurting yourself or hurting others or something of that nature, I would have to tell somebody if there is like a threat of danger. So I'd have to let your families and proper authorities if that ever does happen. I just want to make sure you understand that, because as a high schooler, I think that should be easy to understand. If you feel like you're going to be hurt or somebody else, that I would have to let somebody know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Perfect. So just, anything else other than that, definitely keep it in here, safe space. I'm not going to go talk to your teachers or tell them any secrets you've told me, or go talk to your family or anything. It's just, keep it between me and you, so that way we can, help you and everything can work out for the best, okay?
All right.
Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions or goals or anything for this session or in the future maybe?
I'm trying to improve my grades.
Do you have any concerns where they're at right now? Are you trying to improve them? Are they lower than you want? Are you just trying to work to get better grades?
I'm trying to improve my GPA.
Okay. What part of your grades do you think is the toughest? Like when you have your overall GPA, do you find it your core classes and the tests, or the small assignments and little homeworks that are turned in kind of daily? Where do you think you struggle, or what do you think might prevent you from obtaining the highest GPA that you could?
I struggle with all of it. I struggle with the little assignments, and I also struggle studying in a proper manner for the exams, in a way where I study something and it actually is on the exam.
Okay. So just maybe overall working on study habits or study skills, that might help you feel confident?
Yes.
Okay, definitely can kind of steer you in the right direction. I know being in high school with all the classes and the course load, it could be a little overwhelming, so I want to make sure you understand how to study and kind of do it properly so you don't feel so overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Well, if you were to kind of put all other things aside, like the studying and the assignments and just the workload itself, what do you think would be the best outcome? Like, what do you think you are capable of achieving with your grades and your GPA? Kind of like, what if you could achieve the best GPA? How do you think you might achieve it, or where could you even go to?
If you can get the highest GPA you can possibly get, you might be able to transfer to a more prestigious university, and that might open up your opportunities for some networking and land you in a better job 10 years from now.
Okay.
Versus if you got a lower GPA, went to a lower quality school, and wasn't able to network as well.
Okay, so maybe like career opportunities or better path towards your career. That's definitely seems like a really good goal to focus on, improving your GPA for the future. It seems like you have a kind of a broad range of where you want to focus and go towards. It's great to have goals that are long term and short term. What do you think? What are some short term goals with your achieving your GPA and improving your grades? What are some things that you think you can improve on more short term, and how would that affect you?
Maybe develop some relationships with a little bit smarter students in the class and try to form a study group with them and try that out and see if I can improve my test scores by collaborating with some classmates.
It's a really good idea. Definitely learn from others, talking and asking questions. They might see something you didn't really see at first, and or kind of guide you in the right direction, and maybe not as intimidating working with people that are your own age or in your own class versus maybe a tutor. It's a good idea. So what I want you to do, I was thinking of something kind of fun or cheesy that you might think is interesting. I know today when I text, or when I'm sure you guys text each other, you text your friends, your family, we have the little emojis and you send little smiley faces, or the little thumbs up or whatnot. I wanted to do a little activity when you're thinking about your stress levels with your grades and your homework assignments and things like that. I wanted you to, you can use this piece of paper that I have for you. I want you to draw, 2 or 3 different emojis that kind of represent what you think about when you think about your GPA and your grades as of now. When you say you feel a little stressed out or you're worried and you want to improve them. So what are some, things that you're feeling, and, draw a little emoji, because I know we all send those nowadays. So usually there's tons of ways we can describe our emotions or our feelings that day. So maybe 2 or 3. See what you can do. All right, so let's see what you drew. So why don't you tell me what this first one that you drew, this little guy right here.
That's an angry emoji, as we're getting tested again, and I would like it if it weren't as frequent. You could be tested maybe a midterm and a final, and you have way more time to prepare for it, not a test every Friday.
What if you're being tested more frequently? How does that make you feel? That like anxiety or stress, versus if you did do the 2 midterm kind of final situation?
Both have their pros and cons. The short, more frequent tests, you don't have to remember as much material, but you have to keep on it. In the midterm final scenario, you have to hold on to way more information to be able to test well. That might be better.
Yeah, maybe less stress throughout the year, just focusing on one end goal instead of always feeling like kind of under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That might be, yeah, a good change. What about this one right here, this second one? What did you draw? What does it mean?
That's a straight-faced emoji, wondering if I studied sufficiently for this test on Friday. I
Okay.
always don't know if am I done
Mhm.
or am I